Shit, I should see if I didn't cancel my revenue sharing. That video I posted got 4.4 million views. I'm looking at it right now.
That's a lot of views.
That's a lot of views. That would be a big payday. But I canceled that shit. So I said, fuck Elon. I don't want your money, Negro.
4 million. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope my girl gets
Hey,
a lot of views.
Do you want to play? Did you want to play that AI, the Lego love song to the American people?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me do this one first. Also,
never before have we seen so little effort to hide so much corruption. The Mar-a-Lago Mafia has taken American corruption to spectacular new heights. But corruption in America runs a lot deeper than Donald Trump. Because how does American politics really work? It's coin operated. Money goes in, favors come out.
Joining me now is Democratic Senator John Ossoff of Georgia. There's always so much to ask you about, and especially given the state of corruption in this administration and this country, I want to get to most of that. But first, I have to ask you about some news that just broke today, which is that the Secretary of the Navy, John Phelan, was ousted, it seems, by Pete Hegseth. And this is, of course, coming at a time when the U.S. is right in the middle of a war with Iran, when we're learning about how long it's going to take to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, even if that's resolved. And this is a long list of firings. What's your reaction to that ouster?
Yeah, thank you again for having me, Jen. And I met with Mr. Phelan when he was trying to get confirmed by the Senate. He was not an impressive man or an impressive nominee for that role, and it appears he's not done a good job in that role. In addition to what's happening overseas, they were trying to resuscitate shipbuilding in the United States with very limited success. But what's happening right now in the Strait of Hormuz is a geostrategic and economic calamity and a huge self-inflicted wound. It appears that the president has gotten himself stuck and is desperately trying to extricate himself from his own mistake. It is worth remembering that now 13 Americans have been killed in action, hundreds wounded, thousands of civilians killed. Munitions it will take years to replace. Grave damage to our standing and position in the world. And yet the regime in Tehran is still intact, as are their ballistic missile and drone forces, as is their ability to choke off global energy supplies, as is their stockpile of highly enriched uranium, which they only built after President Trump shredded President Obama's Iran deal.
So you are on the long list of things that Secretary Hegseth has done and the people he's ousted. It doesn't sound like this is the top of your list of concerns.
Look, he has been lying to the American public about this war from day one, as has the president. And they have misled the public about why we're at war. They've misled the public about the progress of the war. And they've executed this operation with astonishing incompetence, doing immense economic damage, and undermining our national security.
No question about everything you just said. And it is all tied, especially given who their negotiators are, to, as I referenced, this unbelievable level of corruption. You gave a banger of a speech this weekend where you talked about a lot of this. We just played a clip of that. But I want to ask you about a piece of news that really just broke yesterday, which is that the Trump administration seems to be considering a form of a financial lifeline, I guess you could call it, to the UAE. Especially, I mean, there's questions about that alone, but especially given the massive financial entanglements of the Trump administration, the Trump family. What do you make of that?
Well, let's call it what it would be, which is a bailout for the United Arab Emirates. The financial entanglement, the way that UAE money, Emirati money from Emirati royals has compromised this White House is astonishing. It may be one of the most significant scandals in American history. Who are the president's two chief negotiators in the Middle East? Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff. Witkoff and his family are partners. His son, Zach Witkoff, is the keeper in the Trump family crypto business, which has received vast sums of money from Emirati royalty. Mm-hmm. The spy chief, the national security advisor in the United Arab Emirates, acquired a 49% stake in that business before the United States agreed to grant the UAE access to our most sensitive AI chips. Then you have Jared Kushner, his private equity firm, Affinity Partners, which in addition to receiving billions of dollars from Saudi Arabia, has received a lot of Emirati money. The people doing our diplomacy are at the same family. And meanwhile,
Oh, damn. Hey, you got clips on clips on clips.
Clip.
Like Biggie said, man, let those clips breathe a little bit. You should know what that means. Yeah. Did you talk about the California? They had a debate today for governor.
I didn't know if there was a governor's debate within California. No, I know nothing about that.
Yeah, it was on news.
Who was there?
It looks like all of them. You had Steve Hilton. You had Katie Porter. You had Steyer. I'm trying to see who else was there. Sarah? Who?
What's his name on Clubhouse? Wasn't there?
That's not the from who? Clubhouse.
Yeah, Grant Cardone.
No, he wouldn't make it to that stage.
He said he was running, and people in here talk about he could win. Grant Cardone. He was not there.
No, he went. You got to qualify to be on these stages. I don't think Grant Cardone was qualified.
Oh, okay. That says a lot right there.
And he was on Clubhouse yesterday. You can't be on Clubhouse the day before, then prepare yourself for a debate. So he just.
No, there, California. Grant Cardone is here. Okay, so he's not making the. He's not in the debate circle. Okay.
Nah, so maybe tomorrow we come on and listen to some highlights from that. That's gonna be a big race. I mean, once
how do you feel about what you heard though about the grifting that's going on with your president and his family?
Grant Cardone still running for president and governor of California.
President?
No, oh, sorry, I didn't. That. Yeah. You know he's running for governor.
Had a commercial on 126. I heard it on Urban View.
Hey,
I heard it with my own ears.
you could put a commercial on it. People give him a pass to say whatever he wants. So he feels comfortable around the. He would be a person that would be welcome to Negro land, right?
That's TC's mentor, he said. So did you guys talk about the Cash Patel suit?
The one that got thrown out?
In the Atlantic?
They got thrown out, right?
Huh?
No, that's the old one that got thrown out, not the new $250 million.
Okay, so I know one got thrown out because I saw it on.
Yeah, that's the old one. But the new one, it's kind of interesting, their strategy, right? Because, he's probably not going to, it's probably going to get dismissed, right? Because.
Which suit is this, Love? Because I know he's going to sue the Atlantic. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the Atlantic one for $250 million.
Yeah. So what's the new update?
Well, just that that lawyer that's representing him is known as a serial losing lawyer. Yeah, he's been losing a lot of cases. But the thing about it, I watched Midas Touch, right? Our legal AF analysis was that this guy is probably good for one thing is exposing the anonymous people that that reported this whole thing, that whole network be kind of bad, right? But also it could create further damage for the Atlantic reporting because people may not want to, be what they call them again, sources for them in the future, because especially if they expose anybody. Which they may have to do if they're deposed. But the other way around is that Patel's completely cooked, right? Because he's gonna have to. He's already admitted to stuff that are lied about, stuff that his own court case filing says happened. Such as getting the not being able to access his accounts or something like that, and then thinking he was fired. And he said that did not happen. But his own filing says that that's one of the, that it did happen and that it was just a minor technical error. So, yeah, he's got a lot of problems.
Is it quiet or is it me?
Oh no, I was waiting. I was wanting you guys to respond to Love. I know we're waiting for that. We're waiting for that because.
Gosh, that Kalshi and Polymarket must be going crazy with betting on who's going to be the next person to lead the Trump administration.
Well, we got. What?
Yeah, he has to go to all those places in Las Vegas that he lives, and he has to tell all of those places and all of those cameras that this did not happen. Don't say anything. All of that surveillance and whatever. I don't think it's possible for him to eliminate the corroborating evidence.
I don't get it. I don't really get. I'm just. And then the other thing that's really going to destroy his career and everything else and his life is that he said he has evidence of the 2020 election that it was rigged. Where is he pulling this out of? Crack this body.
That's full right.
How you gonna get your
Somebody
ass
else
out of
gonna
that one
die.
and
Somebody else gonna get shot.
down? This is gonna be good TV.
That's what I'm worried about. What?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Love, exactly.
I'm only worried about that.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yo, it's on the desk, bro. The name's on the desk already.
Hey, you know that 80? I know that person was 80 years old. That Democrat, you know, that died in the Congress.
Oh wow, that was cold.
But how convenient though? You know, if they start figuring that shit out. Oh, all you gotta do is push them off the side of something.
Like Biggie said, somebody got.
Stop doing that though. We need to stop doing that. We need to stop until we die in office. It just is now his constituents and had the nerve to be running the pearly gates. One through the pearly gates. I can't think of his name right now. He was 80.
Who died?
Yeah, what was it?
He died.
Yeah.
Recently? This was recent? Oh. I mean,
no, I'm laughing myself because he kept on staying in office. He's doing a what is the other Democrat female who died? They had to bring her
Feinstein.
Yeah, see that's not fair. Yeah. That's not fair.
So Keisha said David Scott.
Okay, thank you, Keisha. Not fair. You're 86. You know,
wait,
Donald
86?
Trump. I think was he 86? Come on, Keisha. How old was he? He knew he was on his way through the pearly gates. He was already in a wheelchair. 80. So he was actually running again.
I said he's still gonna be on the ticket though, even though he's dead.
80. He could be a healthy 80 though.
Oh,
I get it.
No. What is going on with you? You could be a healthy 80 trying to help somebody
I'm talking shit though. But I'm just saying, some 80. I'm just thinking about my pops though. He's 78. You want to tell he's 78.
That's true. I get that.
But at the same time, he ain't trying to be in no politics either. So yeah.
You start bringing up people behind you. You start creating that spot.
You already know how I feel about that shit. Absolutely, what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
If you're a leader, you're motivated by fucking, training future leaders.
That's just like you're having a baby at 80. It's like, bruh.
Well, my grandfather did have his last kid when he was 76.
Just because you can don't mean you should. It's like
that's like breastfeeding when you're 80. That's not like having.
Nah, I don't think I can have it, bro. That shit dried up. That's powdered milk. Yeah, that's powdered milk.
That's crazy. I'm only gonna know my father for a few weeks. Is this crazy? Just because you can does not mean you should. So he was running, and now he died in office and left all his constituents out there without no representation. So I'm just like, bruh.
Well, to be fair, all of America has no representation when it comes to presidents. That's it. Secret vacant for a year already.
Well, I'm just saying, but all the wealth of knowledge that he had, all the mentorship, hey, was he doing it? No, because he was running again. I would be like, no, let's find some young blood, somebody else, back somebody else, whoever the fuck, but I'm not going to do this. Nope. So, yeah, that happened. And then, too, the Navy, I had to look him up because John Ossoff was saying that the Navy Secretary quit his job today.
Yeah,
and that's Navy Secretary.
You know what that dude came from private equity. That guy came from private equity. He wasn't even, I don't know. Yeah, he's from private equity from what I heard.
Okay, hold on.
It's still bad though. A lot of chaos, I think Hegseth. It's gonna be like a race between Hegseth and Patel.
We need to take wagers. I think we're going first. Anybody want to take that bet?
What? Who made the pump? Fucking alcohol poisoning?
What's going on with my neighbor upstairs?
Get all the sperm out, get out their stomach.
I don't know what's going on with my neighbor.
Being reckless.
Okay, so the Navy Secretary abruptly left his job today, well, yesterday, which is Wednesday, in part because of a hugely expensive new battleship that he wanted built. So, and the people who got mad at him was actually Pete Hegseth. I mean, no, it couldn't be Pete. Pete was probably, I can't imagine him being against this battleship, because listen to what the battleship was about. Phelan, who served just over a year in his post, had helped conceive of the new battleship to curry favor with President Trump, according to two people familiar with the matter. It was going to be called the Trump class. I can't do this anymore.
Remember that? Remember that when he was like, "I don't like stealth battleships."
I just like
that was ridiculous. I don't like the way they look.
What was it gonna be called?
It's gonna be called the Trump class battleships. Were major source of frustration for Hegseth and the Department Secretary Stephen Feinberg because they did not serve the Pentagon's broader strategy to pivot towards smaller, cheaper, uncrewed ships, according to two people who, like others in the story, were granted anonymity to discuss the sensitive matter. He was trying to build these huge ships, which are called the Trump class. So you know it have to be big. It has to be gold.
So they go.
Gold ring, gold fixtures, gold toilets, all this shit. So he mad because nobody wanted to get on board with it. It's gonna be called the Golden the Golden Fleet. I just can't with this gold and oh, child. So
imagine going into war with fucking gold.
Yeah, I like the girl when she says secondary embarrassment. This is crazy.
So I saw this poll for the secretaries, whatever. What is people called? Secretary of War or whatever. But I saw the polls for those guys, and he is like the absolute worst. His poll rating is lower than Kash Patel's comparative poll ratings. It was like 30. It was positive 35 for Cheney. I think it was like positive 20 plus for Hillary, and I forget the next person.
Mm-hmm.
The next person was in the 30s or something, 20, something like that, between Cheney and her, and his was negative 30. Oh, no, Dick Cheney was was positive 65. That's right. So it's like a 95 difference. Isn't that crazy? That's like, what?
I don't know where this country's gonna be when finally, however he leaves office. I don't know where we're gonna be. We have floating gold ships in the ocean. We got turns to
gold must be fucking green, yo. That fake fucking fake gold.
Yep. Gonna be out there turning green in the middle of the ocean. It's just crazy. The Trump battle class. And it's the Golden Fleet. This don't make no sense. It just, nobody there says, no, this sounds fucking crazy. Are you a fucking idiot? But I see that they're going to pick smaller
Admiral that was talking about the munitions depletion, and it was like 50% down on a lot of those high-priced munitions, like the Tomahawks are 50% down. 50% remaining, and I think it was the Patriots are down at 30%.
I was going to got those numbers. I wish you'd go ahead and present them to the real. I was going to talk about that yesterday, how the military is depleting all of their stock. And if anything pops off with anybody, y'all gonna have to make a Costco run to get some shit, because everything is down to like half or below half. You have those numbers, Olaf? Thank you.
Strike PRSM attack MS inventory has been used, and then we're down to 30% of the stockpile for the cruise missiles, the Tomahawk missiles. 850 of those have been fired. I think it's also interesting to know that some missiles take like 1 to 5 years to replace the munitions that have been used in the conflict. So even if they do get the 1.5 trillion, it's going to take time to replace everything, unless they have a way of accelerating, like putting all of us to work on,
Don't worry about it. It replenishes itself like his ear healed itself.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have a lot of optimists doing it,
Are those made in dark warehouses, or the actual?
All the Wendy's you see in LA, those are actually Tomahawk. Yeah,
exactly. Arby's.
I don't know. And we need the money to replace that. So I know that he's asking for an additional. Let me go down here because it says in this article. So the military campaign in Iran, and a week before Hesef is set to testify on the Pentagon. Oh no, this is gonna be a shit show. So Hesef is set to testify on the Pentagon's proposed $1.5 trillion budget.
When is that going to be?
Let me just finish reading this. I have no idea. The ouster of Phelan comes amid the U.S. military's campaign in Iran, and a week before Hesef so I guess next week, is set to testify on the Pentagon's proposed $1.5 trillion budget, which would involve significant boosts to key Navy programs. This includes Trump's Golden Fleet. So he's going to actually bring his drunk ass before Congress to talk about the fucking Golden Fleet and ask for $1.5 trillion. I want to see who votes on this shit.
Definitely need a tracker for that. That'd be a good website to build.
Yeah, this is going to be hilarious. That's going to be good content for real, when he goes and tries to sell this.
I might stay home that day.
Me too. This is right there. Oh, this is going to be so good. Oh, my God. He going to be high as a fucking kite. Nervous. He gonna be worse than RFK. RFK is just I don't even know why he agreed to do this. I don't know why. He looks crazy as hell.
I think he's still on the stuff, because he took like every drug imaginable. He was on meth.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah, he was on everything. And if somebody is narcotically sophisticated, that's on them. They can do whatever they want to do. But then when you put yourself in, those positions, especially the health, God, that's just so.
Exactly. How we go get health?
Can
you imagine going to the hospital and they're working on you like Cedar Sinai? Get an IV from a fucking.
This is rich, okay?
So what he testified at RFK?
He's been testifying.
No, I'm saying by watching. What's he been saying?
What has he been saying? You didn't hear when they caught him on the one? He's the one who said that all black children.
Oh yeah.
This is the same hearing.
Okay.
So now somebody is talking to him. Elizabeth Warner is talking to him about Trump. A Trump RX. I don't know. That was funny.
Bernie got on him too. Bernie asked him directly, Bernie was like, so do you still believe that we have more mortality deaths because of vaccines? And he was like going through all this other shit. And Bernie kept cutting them down. And basically he was like, well, he didn't want to say it. He didn't want to say that vaccines is not the cause, you know?
In that position,
Yeah.
the lady was saying that he has all the people who are on his board. They're all some type of investor or some type of crypto person. There's nobody there, nobody that has the degrees and the science behind any of this. They just sitting around making shit up and making policies behind it.
Got Kaz on that board, yo.
Not Kaz. I was sitting up here going, let me see how long this shit's going on.
But they have. I saw that they no longer are requiring military folk to get vaccine, be vaccinated.
Oh well. I'm not even, listen, I don't even care anymore at this point who's not vaccinated. As long as me and mine are vaccinated, I just do not care anymore. It's your right.
And the whole thing with the vaccine too, right? With the whole thing with the military thing. You know how daycare is, how your kids come home with germs and shit. When you living in close quarters, motherfuckers be nasty. You see how quick shit spread also.
Nursery school, pre-K is crazy.
It's true.
It's over.
Hey, look, come out the field a week later, you'll be fucking around seeing camo on the back of one of your soldiers' ears. Like, motherfucker, how do you still have camo on your ears, yo?
Hey, they got to send out like a message to the parents. All the parents get it by the middle of the day that there's been an outbreak.
You know what I'm saying? I used to get those messages all the time. All the time. It's like, it's crazy because one of my kids, I get a call in the middle of the day and they're like, you need to go get your kid. I'm like, what's going on? They're sick. And I'm like, okay, what exactly is the problem? No, I'm like, what? Sick of what? So I know what to do. Like, should I come get them and take them to the doctor? Go get them and take them home? Just give me an idea. Well, all I can tell you is they got blisters in their mouth. I said, what? Blisters? Okay, that's enough. That's all I need to hear. I go, pick up the baby, go to the doctor. What the fuck is going on here? He says, oh, your kid has hoof and mouth disease. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He says it comes from, it's very highly contagious, and it comes from whatever excrement, like from ducks in the park, or so he hadn't been to a park with ducks. He hadn't been to a park, period. I was working all week. So a parent had not washed their hands, maybe playing in the park, Central Park, I don't know, Washington Park, I don't know, Irving Park, their hands in each other's face. That's how that went down. And my kid was out for like a fucking week. Not only did he have blisters in his mouth, he also had blisters on his hands and the back of his feet. And he was fucking miserable. And I was miserable.
Is there like a medication or anything? What kind of treatment is there for that?
Well, the doctor told me to give him, actually gave me Tylenol with a little bit of codeine.
Oh, okay.
But then for the blisters, just the normal, what is that pink stuff? I can't even think of it.
You put on for
Benadryl.
Yeah, they call it something else. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
So you put for the chicken pox.
Miserable. With the blisters in the mouth, it was just the worst, trying to get like little soups, and they had to be
It's contagious. Like a motherfucker.
Oh my God, it is contagious.
My oldest had it, and they left me with her ass, and everybody else left.
Get out! I ain't never heard of the shit.
I ain't never heard about it either. Summer camp, yo.
Oh, it was a disaster. I'm telling you, really. So the school got closed down for 3 days as well because they had to go in there and disinfect all the mats, the beds, the fucking little lockers that they had. Everything had to go. So it's crazy. And I can't tell you how we got what are the things? Bed bugs. There were bed bugs in the hospital. Wait, hold on. There were bed bugs in the hospital, and everybody kept saying, like, they kept saying, I'm getting bit by fleas. I'm itching because it was actually also in the scrubs. It was in the residents' rooms where they go to sleep. They call rooms or whatever, and then they transferred it into the scrubs because you throw the scrubs in the dirty scrub thing, and then the clean scrubs are right next to it. So I was on the train one day, and it was summertime too. And I was like, because we knew that they were happening, so they said, "Oh, we got new scrubs, so everybody don't touch the scrubs." So I was sitting on the train one day, and I had on sandals, and I kept saying, "Why is my foot itching?" It's just random. It's like so random, and I didn't think anything about the fucking bed bugs because I had been nowhere near that. So I get to work and put on the scrubs, and I'm telling everybody, I said, "Gee, I don't know what's going on." So I start going through the NARC box, trying to look for something to put. So the comes in, and when my feet, for some reason, are itching. And she says, "Come when you get finished with this case, come on in to the office. I have some chemical." I said, "Okay." So I go in, and she looks at my feet. She says, "Girl," I said, "What?" She says, "That's bed bugs." I said, "What?" She said, "Yes, you're getting eaten alive." I was like, "Dad, we had to take all the scrubs out. Everybody had to report who had on hospital scrubs and take off the fucking scrubs, and we had to put on our clothes, and we had to stay in the hospital till 3 so we could walk out." But it was like,
you have that certain cousin or family members that it's like, yo, when they come, they should keep their bags the fuck out. Be careful with that shit. You know what I'm talking about, love?
Definitely.
Huh? The room.
So I'm gonna confess to y'all. Like there was a part of my life through 8, right? I lived in the projects, the worst projects in Oakland, right? Too Short lived at the same projects at the same time. So
a little badass kid saying, "Biatch."
Hey, look. When I would go across to the other side of the project, on the Too Short side, I was on the worst side, right? But on the other side, right, my aunt lived there, and she would pour us a big bowl of Raisin Bran, and check it out, bro. When she put the milk in, they scattered. I'll never forget. Every kid, the elementary school was like 2 blocks away. Every kid had roaches. It was impossible to get rid of roaches.
People look at that shit like pets. They just talking about it so casually, and I'm over there just cringing. It's like, "Oh, you got the roaches and that. I put the stuff in the bowls with the Ziploc." And I was like, "Yo, what?" So, and then talking about their mice and shit, and how they eat mice and the hole in the wall. Oh my God. No, they don't. They don't, because you can sit up in New York and hear people discuss their fucking kids. Like they talking about like daily, daily family shit. It was like, what the
put mousetrap in the mouth.
Yeah, the rats in New York are infamous. I used to see those when I visited my friends out there. But there's some crazy rats in San Francisco. They're just not as big.
First of all, I hadn't seen any rats in the houses. Yeah, them rats in New York, they got game. Early in the morning when I got to walk down them fucking steps down to the subway, and they dragging big slices of pizza down with them right next to it. They don't fucking care. They got videos of the rats in the subway, like on the poles, like the poles that we hold to stand up. Like they're just literally circling the pole like a fucking stripper. I was like, I will never touch a fucking pole in the subway again. It's just rats everywhere.
You know they probably got roasted the stripper.
Disgusting. They're everywhere. I mean, even the
really? You talking about at the New York courthouse? Oh my God.
On 1-1 Center. They're you should breathe and quit shit before they look a mess.
They be jumping on top of the table, huh? Oh God. I can't deal no rats, I tell you. No roaches either anymore. I'm talking about roach days. I had a girlfriend back in the day, and one came up the wall behind her.
Wait, you had a girlfriend?
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of thing you never want to happen, So I just remembered that moment. She was on the couch.
Not that plastic, bro.
On that plastic couch that's covered.
Yes.
Hey, you know about that plastic couch? Deborah, you know about the plastic covered couches? Yeah, my mom had the plastic covered couch. Yeah, so she had that going on, and I had her, clean the living room, and she's sitting out there, the lights are down low. Oh, you get out of here, Omar. You disrespectful. You don't even know what you're talking about. You never even saw plastic couch. Did you see? But anyway, that push came up behind her head.
You say something enough.
I'm trying to tell you, I was talking hard. Get her not to look around. I was like, yeah, so.
You have to give me a kiss or something.
Holding her hand. Holding her hand. I was really like, wow.
Crazy work. I swear to God, you got me thinking, man. Because I just assume everybody's place I go to in New York, they got some type of to the bodega, the corner store. They got cats, and I know why the cats are there. Shit, they ain't there because we trying to be nice, and they have to take care of all them damn rats. Yeah.
Well, you can tell the difference when it's a issue because it's really an issue.
The bathroom. Anything else in between that,
You want those restaurants where they cook in front of you, you know?
They gotta store this shit in the back.
I mean, hey, they gotta have something like that, but at least try to catch it somewhere because those rats, they gonna follow that food.
Yeah, they are. And I always wonder the vendors that are on the street, where are they washing their fucking hands? Where are they eating? I don't eat none.
You know where they washing their hands? You know where they washing it?
Yeah.
Shit, they don't be washing their hands. Yeah, the hot dogs, the halal fucking trucks.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Dad, you know what I'm saying?
Because they don't want y'all up in there. Yep, they do not. You could smell this with cooking. We got maybe 2 or 3, 10 feet before the school. She was just newly arrived. I'm sorry, you tell. I'm sorry. And she had a whole fucking pig. I mean, the whole pig, right? With the whatever that is that goes through the mouth and comes out the ass, and then they rotate it on a. She literally was rotating a pig over some hot ass wood in the middle of the street. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Literally, and getting ready with her knives to cut it up, had the tortillas and shit all over there, the fixings and everything. My daughter had the audacity to say, Child, I said, you are anything like that. You don't, where's her temperature, like to put in the pig to make sure it's all the way in the middle? How do you know that this shit is even... Oh, yeah. She's trying to sell you a dog while she's selling you some hot dog.
Yeah, you talking about the corn? Yeah, don't eat the corn. Man is the nastiest, man. You ever see the corn?
With mayo on it, and then they put Is it elote?
I think you're talking about esquite, the corn that they put the mayo, cheese, and it's good. Chili. Oh, I love it's good.
What is wrong with y'all? That looked like diarrhea for me. I was like,
I make it like. But is it mayo or is it sour cream?
It's mayo.
It's mayo.
It's mayo, and then it's cotija cheese, and then you put a little, you drizzle sour cream at the end, a little bit of cream, that cremlet, not the thick sour cream, the cream, their sour cream, the cremlet. It's good.
But you guys are eating that shit in the. It was like 80 degrees, and this woman had a big jar of mayonnaise. Where's the
Lisa, after the club, they be lining up for that goddamn corn.
No.
But they not there no more. I miss them people like at the beaches. They scared now.
Yeah, well, good, because the health department, I said, I'm going to call some numbers. This is crazy right here. I mean, literally in New York, it was 80 fucking degrees at least, and pigeons everywhere, and she got a big ladle taking the mayonnaise out. My daughter was like, taste it is good. I said, have you lost your damn mind? This is why you always sick. You're going to end up in the hospital, in intensive care, and I'm not going to know why. Stop eating off the street, y'all. Stop. You don't know where they putting their ingredients. There's nobody, like no inspectors, nothing. They don't even wear.
You just gotta say your Hail Marys and just go for it.
No way.
More people out there trying to get their hustle on.
Now, yeah. I might have to start part. I would start baking cookies cookies and put them in little bags. Too. Yeah, you're right about that. I carry no cash. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so let's see, where was I? Is on a curfew. I'm surprised he's still living.
Don't be telling people I'm on a curve.
You say nothing. I didn't say a word. 10
to 11, yeah. It was 11 yesterday. But you want to have quietness, you want to have serene tranquility when you're going to bed. It's super
important. Not really. I like it loud.
No, you want to wake up the next morning and don't have to worry about arguing with people over.
He didn't even get it. That's why I know he's not getting any. I said I like it loud.
Oh. That's messed up. Oh my God.
Hopefully I won't wake up the next day, Omari. I'm so sorry.
Somebody save her. Where you at, Wah?
That's funny. Okay, so anybody else have any breaking news? I have things. I have a clip about how Trump is very popular in Africa. Did you guys know that?
In Africa?
Yeah.
Hopefully fucking food's out of that piece of shit.
Trump, I don't know what, I haven't preloaded it. I haven't listened to it, but I know it says Trump is beloved in Africa. What's going on?
Shit. Probably those Indians who are making money probably created that video.
I don't know. So let me go on mute for a minute and then I'll come back. Anything else break in? So we talked about the guy who quit in the Navy. Told you about the AI MAGA girl that you can make thousands of dollars.
We missed. We know what we missed. And I'm surprised Haitian or Patty didn't talk about it. I think they had the generals. I think they testified today. Maybe they talked about it in the other room, but I think they were. You had the commanders and the people in the military were on Capitol Hill, and that was kind of. I didn't hear much about that, so maybe tomorrow we can discuss that. Yeah. So maybe. So I'll try to find the clips for tomorrow.
Christina,
sorry, what happened?
No, I'm saying hello. I just saw you guys for.
Hey, were you asleep?
Oh, hi.
Kind of, but I was looking at my phone. I looked at my phone and I see you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm driving. It was hard for me to do some cars just stopped in the middle of the freeway. I don't know why.
Were you on the 4? Were you on the 5 or the 4 or 5?
805. I'm on 805.
You're on 805. Okay, so you going out San Diego? Yeah.
So are we at war? I'm on what? The Trump start a war? What happened with the fight?
Yeah.
Sign, bring back the chronological option for power users.
Yeah, but you
X Pro.
So with with anti-gravity, what you can do is you can create all these multiple terminals, and inside the terminals you can, and so as you can have anti-gravity have exactly what you're talking about, then use Claude code inside of 15 different terminals, which are agents, right? And essentially anti-gravity will start to break up everything that you're giving it, and then it'll start assigning each one of those little terminals a piece of what you're talking about. And it'll start to build, because Claude code's better at back end, anti-gravity's better at front end. Everybody knows this shit. But so essentially you can just kind of like go back and forth, and it will build. And you should let me show you. I created the Grok Imagine Theater. So that's awesome. It's fucking cool. I'll show it to you.
I love it.
Yeah, one thing.
Yeah.
So Robert, are you going to post it? Are you going to post that?
The AI just mirrored what we've been talking about for the last.
Badass.
Yeah. So are you going to post that or?
Oh yeah, I'm adding. It didn't put links to people, so I have to argue with my agents.
Yeah, you go.
They're like teenagers. They don't like to do
slap them into you. See,
yeah, you gotta like, hey, I was hoping you did this other work. Please do it.
So let's give hopeful energy that this is seen by Elon and team, and
I'll send it to you.
And it's taken seriously, because this is not to damage the site. It's not to piss on anybody to say they didn't do a good job.
It shows pro as well what they're doing right.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of things right. But what was first thing? I mean, if we don't solve that situation with people that are really utilizing the platform, they're going to be going, and it can happen quite quickly, because the natives are getting really restless right now. I can just say that.
So the way everybody can help is, after Robert Scoble is done making that post, we could all just go and like it and drop a thoughtful comment, not like a one-off comment like, oh, that's cool, dude, or anything like that. Like, actually think about what he said and write some thoughts about it.
I love that, Terrence.
It goes in. Here, let me start.
Don't retweet it, though. You'll wind up getting demonetized.
Well, I'm going to put it as a link.
I know.
It won't get seen, but whatever.
Yeah.
It goes into what actually changed. So the history of Phoenix, what Phoenix changed technically, and it goes into depth on that. What Nikita Beer's decisions have been made so far, and then it goes into the is equally real and equally significant. Creators are losing reach, for instance, and it goes into depth on how much. The algorithm rewards AI slop and engagement bait, and goes into depth on that. External links are being killed. Geolocation-based distribution problem, right? The clusters of one topic problem. And followers don't see your posts. I mean, that's how we started the show, right? And my own observation, I'm seeing lots of people complain that their region's down. Yeah. So I even pulled in one of mine. Anyway, this AI is very good at analyzing things.
Yes.
And analyzing things after reading everybody's opinion on X is fucking insane.
It is. Right? And folks, it's not rocket science.
I've read 1 million tweets that it has in the database, so I can see everybody's point of view, because I guarantee you, if it really goes deep in that, there's a lot of complaints about X.
There is, yeah. And it's not rocket science. We're talking about stuff, tools that we all have available.
And a lot of I'm praising.
Yeah. And so this is, I think, a starting point, but it's going to get even more complicated, because as AI invades everything that we had considered social media to levels we haven't dreamed of yet, it's going to be even more difficult for people like Elon to make these platforms useful in their old ways. Like Robert said, we're coming into a different type of social media, and it's happening very quickly.
Hey, Robert, I got to say something. I gotta say thank you for the quote post, by the way. I realized it got retweeted by Elon, and that shit was a fucking probably
Yeah, 40 million views.
40 million views.
Saw that.
I'm glad I brought
That's
up the
fucking
topic, but obviously you made the connection, so got to say thank you for that. So
Yeah, it's not. The problem is he didn't lower the price for reading the content out of the list, and so it's still. In fact, let me go to the developer console.
Oh, you're talking about for the API itself?
Yeah. Because I got to grab 40,000 posts a day to make.
I talked to the developer. He said I was on point whenever, but that I literally just copied the email that they sent out. So.
All right, in 2 days I've spent $113. All right, I was spending $300 before, so I think the price came down.
I don't think they got it done in time. They were a little late on it. But the other part, they were doing some testing. They're still doing some testing. The other part of it is I saw you got 40 million engagements and I got a 500,000. So I had to throw that out there. I just didn't know. So when Elon reposts what you say, you guys got the same number of engagements. Whereas
I was visible in his post.
Because you were visible?
Right.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
You were the third post down, so people would have had to click on my post to see what started it.
Anyway, I thought that was neither here nor there.
And that's another problem. That's another problem with the algorithm.
It's just an interesting, I thought it'd be an interesting conversation. But I do appreciate that. No matter what, I'm thankful. I don't want to seem like I'm unthankful or ungrateful, man. I really do appreciate it. So I didn't know how it worked, obviously. I've only had a couple posts hit over 1 million views, and usually, all 3 of the other ones were completely negative, and it's mainly because people are arguing in the comments, right? You get 2 million impressions and whatnot.
If you want to play the Elon game, you got to figure out. Sometimes he'll reshare you.
Well, I'm 2 degrees of separation.
Either that or argue politics.
I'm 2 degrees of separation, right? So I got to get it to you, and then you got to see that. That's pretty much how. He doesn't know who I am.
He sees a lot of new people. He's pushing the new people thing because he's trying to spread his brand of new people too.
About 20% is new people that he deals with.
Anybody in that kind of position knows every touch you make on somebody's account makes them ecstatic, right? And they remember you and they think better of you. Even if they hate Elon, if he's like engaging on them, it's like a little harder to hate him.
I tell you, the thing that blew me away was when he did a subscription on me. That kind of was like, all right, I got to write a little better now. It gives you a little bit of pressure, so it's a double-edged sword. You have to really think about where you're posting.
And it brings a lot of idiots to your
oh my God.
I've gotten quite a few DMs of people who were not happy, but neither here nor there. I've dealt with that before. It doesn't bother me. So,
I like the ones that can you introduce me to Elon? I want to have this baby.
Oh my God! The number of Elon Musk.
It would not stop.
It
would not stop.
So I did kind of an experiment. And I had the I kept replying to Elon whenever he would post something, and at one point, 1/3 of my followers were Elon Musk. And so I had to go through and delete them. So it was crazy. I called it spam farming or whatever farming, but essentially I was able to find holy cow, there was just this is probably a year, maybe 2 years ago, when I was doing this. I think I've said this a lot to people who are probably in here, but anyway, I thought that was funny. You can see on my timeline where all of a sudden I lose 1/3 of my followers, and it's because they're all Elon Musk.
You lost Elon.
Yeah.
Well, so let's, Robert, really appreciate you, man. Thank you for having the space and interacting. I think we got to do more of this stuff.
Before you close out, Brian, you got to jump in. I got a couple good things for you before you shut it all down.
Okay, what's that?
I'm sorry I was late because I was coding, and then I'm building AI. I'm in the same zone as you are.
I hear you, man.
I could not, but so things are going well. I'll tell you that much. But I was going to say real quick, gig work and temp work and nonprofit, that needs to be in the X jobs category, right?
Yeah.
So these post-scarcity employment, which is not really employment, it's like, this is meaning, right? There you go.
Meaning.
Right. And then the other one was Spaces needs to be better than Discord. It needs to be just beyond phenomenal with live streaming integration, with the full capacity. And it doesn't even have to be inside of the Spaces app. Just link the video stream to the Space identity.
I love that.
Yeah. And so that way you can, have the interoperability. People could choose to do it. They could dynamically be in and out of video streaming or not. That would be that way to solve that issue. And then the final thing is, live music performance would be excellent. I was trying to do that. I've done experiments with this.
I tried. The sound quality just doesn't get there. It just it can't. Yeah.
And then and then I guess at some point, if we're gonna be saying people are being sponsored, then maybe on our idents have a rotational logo option, so that if you are being sponsored, you can rotate your logo with a sponsor that's sponsoring.
Forever, and every type of we're talking newspapers, radio stations, payola, it's always been there. It is nice that it can be accepted and out in the open. I mean, I know Robert will agree with this. We get hit every day for some kind of sponsorship. I don't do very many, and I will only promote something that I actually am using, and that makes it very difficult for people. It's just like, why aren't you doing this? It's free money. It's like, I'm not using your product. I don't plan to, and I'm not going to do anything.
But if you think about this,
our community right now as I speak.
Yeah, China is over there in Africa. There should be a lot of Chinese women in Africa.
Our roads.
Yeah, they are. I heard they're fixing your roads, and there's a lot of Chinese babies over there now.
They're fixing the roads. Coming to World Bank. We're not fucking them yet, but I think some of my girls are fucking the Chinese, man.
Yeah, they got Chinese African babies over there. I heard of.
I don't fucking no blood in Chinese woman yet.
I heard about them.
Yeah, illegal.
This boy here.
Oh. You're beautiful in the seaport.
Oh, God. All right, y'all. Anybody else have anything to talk about? Because I'm ready to sign off now. Y'all ready to go to sleep? I'm ready to go to sleep. Y'all already asleep.
Yeah, it's that time. Yeah.
It's morning over here in Nigeria. Just woke up.
Yeah, we hear it.
That's not her.
We hear the hyenas.
We heard all the Jungle Book over there.
Where I keep watch.
Oh my God, you gonna keep watch? It's your turn to watch The Village. Oh my God.
Jungle Book.
You're a funny dude. Make sure you come back, Gabe.
Yeah. That would be great.
All right, guys. Anybody else have anything to talk about before we sign off?
No.
Of the 420?
Have a good one, people.
Everybody, I enjoyed you so much. I was giggling, having a good time. It was the best ever. Tomorrow we'll have more news because guess what? What's his face? Yeah, it's going to be more, what's his name? Patel news tomorrow. And also, that stuff is going before Congress. That's going to be hilarious. So we got a lot to talk about. All right, you guys, peace out. Have a beautiful night. And as for the survey, 52% says we can have man babies come and pitch his Negro land. 52% of you guys said yes, sure. And only 40% said nah, I'm good. And then 9% said who. So now we're gonna have our pick tomorrow. I'm gonna have the back channel man baby and have them come in and pick Negro land. Thank you for your time.
Leave y'all's money at home.
Don't be hating, Debbie. 52%, girl, that's a lot. Oh my God. Bye.
Good night. You guys looking